The Shutoko Revival Project is one of the most ambitious mods to ever be created in any racing game. It's designed to be a one-to-one recreation of the Tokyo Expressway network, featuring some of the best highways to drive on in the entire world. I am a huge fan of this mod, and I'll be going through today my favorite things about it, as well as some of my favorite roads to drive on, what's included, and how to get it up and running on your computer right now. So Shutoko Revival Project is based on recreating the Shutoko Expressway, which is a network of highways around Tokyo and down to Yokohama. These are super famous roads. You'll see a bunch of them in like landmarks from Japanese car culture and media. They're also just really good roads to drive on. For some reason, these highways have a really nice flow to them, and it just lends itself to really nice driving. Now, what you need to actually play this mod, you firstly need Assetto Corsa, so you'll need to grab a copy of that. It isn't super expensive. I have talked about this recently on this channel as one of the best racing games under $20. I think it's probably the best under $20, so it's a must-buy game if you don't own it already. Just go buy it. You'll also need the Japanese pack DLC on Assetto Corsa if you want to get racing on the online servers and use the car pack. It's only $4.50, so I recommend picking it up. It comes with a bunch of really cool classic Japanese cars. That's all you need to spend money on. The rest of it is free. So how to install Shutoko Revival Project? It's fairly straightforward, but there are a few parts that you'll need to go through. For starters, it's always a good idea to use Assetto Corsa Content Manager, so you should download that. And you should also get Custom Shaders Patch and Sol as well. Sol itself can be downloaded from overtake.gg/downloads on our website. If you want to jump on there and search for Sol, you'll find it nice and easily. Once you've downloaded these, you'll need to go to the Shutoko Revival website, which is shutokorevivalproject.com, and download the latest stable release and the car pack. And now all you have to do is install each of these separate parts. Installing the car pack is a little bit tricky, as you'll need to do it the old-fashioned way and install it directly into your directory without using Content Manager. It seems kind of scary, but the install itself only takes a few minutes. The modding team has created a super clear and in-depth video that explains how to install each part in sequence. It's available on their website, and I highly recommend watching it. The narrator has a very calming voice as well, so that's nice. There is also a Discord available by the modding team. You can get it from the mod's website. I recommend joining as well and supporting the modding team. They've done a fantastic job, so make sure to jump on and show your support. So to get driving in SRP in single player, it's fairly easy. Just using Content Manager, you can select your car and then select which starting area you want to start from. The multiplayer is a little bit different though. The easiest way I found to jump onto some multiplayer servers was to join the modding team's Discord, and they have a section on the Discord that lists the servers. All you have to do is click on the join server button, and it all happens magically in the background, and off you go. The best thing about the multiplayer servers is that they include traffic as well, so if you want to get weaving through the traffic, this is the easiest way to do it. You can get traffic working in single player. It's a little bit tricky. I haven't bothered to do it. I just have enough fun on the multiplayer servers. So what is included in this mod? I think for starters, we'll focus on the cars, and then we'll go into the highway network itself. But included in the car pack is a bunch of cool JDM cars. There are a few RX-7s, some Evos, a bunch of Skylines, some Toyotas, a lot of Civics, and a bunch more. My personal favorite car is the Honda S2000. There are a few versions of this car, but it is a great car for the expressway. It revs to like 9,000 RPM, which is crazy. It's a lot. So what's the highway network like? Well, for starters, in multiplayer, you'll be spawning into the Tatsumi parking area. This is a classic spot for car spotting in Tokyo. I've actually been here in real life on a Saturday night once, and there were so many cool cars. It was a really cool vibe until the police came and was like, everybody go home. But you will spawn in here online, and then you'll jump straight out of there onto the Bayshore route, the Wangan. You'll know this freeway from the awesome arcade game Wangan Midnight Maxi Tune, which is based on the manga Wangan Midnight, which is based on the real-life street racing club Midnight, which used to race in the Shutoko in the 80s and the early 90s. The Wangan is a flat-out blast, a test of maximum speed and weaving through traffic. If you're new to SRP, or if you just want to go as fast as possible, staying on the Bayshore route all the way past Haneda Airport to Yokohama is a good way to start. You'll also pass the K5 Daikoku route, which is home to the Daikoku parking area, one of the most famous other areas for car meets in Tokyo. If you're up for more corners and straight lines though, when you leave Tatsumi PA, you should instead turn right onto, I think on the left-hand side of the road, there's like an overpass, but you end up going to the right towards the Rainbow Bridge, which is recreated awesomely in all its colourful wonder, and you will head towards the C1. The C1 is the circular ring road around inner Tokyo. It is the most famous bit of road within Tokyo, and if you've ever played like Gran Turismo with Tokyo Expressway or Maxi Tune or Tokyo Extreme Racer, you'll immediately recognize some of it. It is my personal favorite highway in like any sim that I've played, and it's got an unreal flow to the corners. I highly recommend spending some time to drive the C1 and to learn all of it. There are tons of bits that I'm sure you won't even realize that you're recognizing it, but you will. The bit for me that's the most memorable is like this weird kind of uphill and downhill, like left-right chicane, which has this like wall in the middle of both lanes. It's super distinctive, you'll know it when you see it. But there's lots of like really nice sections that are really nice to drive. Off the C1, you do have turnoffs for Shibuya and Shinjuku. Both of these are being developed, and there's versions in like the beta version that have stuff like the Shibuya station, the Shibuya crossing, which is really, really cool. I don't have it in the current live version, but I'm very excited to see it. So what is not in this mod? Well, I honestly think it's pretty incredible. It surprises me every time I play it that it's just running in Assetto Corsa. What you do notice sometimes is it is a little devoid of life. There are no like human beings walking around. So once you notice that, it's a bit weird. You're like kind of in a wasteland, but otherwise it looks great. And for running in like a sim racing game, I think it's phenomenal. So that's SRP Shutoko Revival Project. Let us know in the comments below if you're a fan of this mod or if you've been playing it, and what your recommendations are in terms of cars and which kind of route to take. Otherwise, if you did enjoy the video, you can leave a like, and you can also subscribe to Overtake for more sim racing videos. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.